Hi.
Oh, can you try
Hello,
saying?
everyone.
Hi. Can y'all hear him? Yes. Okay. Hi.
Okay. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Oh, good. Good. Doing good. Great. A little bit tired. No, you're not. No. It's like 12.
So, these are just a few of the students who've been working on your piece. They are part of one of 4 choirs that is here at the school. Good.
Okay.
I'd love for you to just tell them just a little bit about what the process was like of writing the piece.
Okay. I actually prepared something like a quick keynote, but I don't think you'll be able to see it because you're far.
Oh, we can see you're on a big screen.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Okay, wow, okay. Hello. Okay, cool. Yes. That is great. Okay. So are we ready? Can we start now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So, but anyway, good evening here from the Philippines and good morning to where you are right now. I hope all is well. And I'm really happy to be here with you tonight. And yeah, I mean, before we start, I'd like to bring you to the Philippines first. No? Wait, let me share something from my screen. Oh, Michael, I think the
Here, yeah.
share screen is disabled.
Let me try fixing that.
Yeah, so before we talk about Tigmamanukan, we'll do a little field trip to the Philippines. Just a quick one.
Can you try again?
Yes. Okay, I can this it works. Okay. Okay. Okay, again, so before we start, again, thank you for inviting me here. It's a pleasure to be with you all. I didn't know that you're gonna be in one a room already. It's actually nice. At least you get to create music all together now, not virtually, right? But anyway, so yeah, Philippines. Let me bring you to the Philippines. Does anyone know where this country is?
Pacific Ocean.
Yes, it is in the Pacific Ocean. Yep. And yeah, we are on the other side of the world, and the Philippines is, yep, there. I've got some map for you. And yeah, we're only the Christian nation in Southeast Asia. And, we have been colonized by a number of powers. And we're Spain's most distant colony. We have been conquered for 333 years. And aside from Spain, the Dutch came, the British came, and the Japanese and the Americans. So from the start, our culture has been an amalgamation of these different cultures, no, from amalgamation of East and West. But anyway, so this is some sceneries you'd see. Like it is a heritage site, the rice fields, rice terraces, and the buildings you see there is Metro Manila, where I live. But I wish I was living in those buildings, but no, I'm just in a home. But anyway, and some islands as well. I'm just bringing warmth. Hopefully, these photos could bring warmth to wherever you are, because I'm pretty sure it's cold over there. But anyway, we'll not talk about the Philippines. We'll talk about. I'm gonna give you some brief music about Philippine music. So, what was Philippine music before the colonialism came. No, now we'll talk about the pre-colonial music. Okay, so natives were music lovers. Uh, as you all can see, each community have their own sets of musical instruments. No, from the gongs to different kinds of bamboo instruments, the flute and jaws harp and everything. Now, to give you an idea, we're gonna separate the north and the south. So I have some examples here of how the characteristic of northern music, music in the northern part of the Philippines is. Okay, let's listen to it first. Okay, another video. So yeah, so this is pre-colonial music time, no? If you notice, the instruments that have been used are made from bamboo instruments, from bamboo wood. The first video here, what you saw, this one. So it's called a Tongato Ensemble. So it's played through either stomping or through patting. Also same here on the Pateteg, the second video. And yeah, so played it by hitting and then creating interlocking patterns and thus producing sounds. Indigenous tribes in the north use also different kinds like the nose flutes and jaws harp, bamboo buzzers, and sometimes flat gongs. And if you notice, the music is very simple. It's very pentatonic. It has a few notes, very simple. So this, I have here a sample of the bamboo buzzer. We call this one is bongkaka. Anyway, if you notice the video here, the second one, the students are playing like they're opening something. So it's like a ring and damp. So if this one also has a hole here, if you can see. So if I play this one close, the sound will be like this. And then if I open, I'm not sure if you can hear it clearly, but I'm gonna show it to you. This is closed. Yeah, so basically the sound, if you open it, it will ring. If you close it, then there's more sound. The tone will come out. So basically that's the main idea. Then they can improvise on that matter. Anyway, so this is the north music. Now we go to the south. Okay, those are the instruments there. So anyway, so this ensemble is called kulintang. No, as for the south, gongs are mainly used. To be exact, these are knob gongs. So it's also quite similar to the region in the south, since the south is close to Indonesia. So if you know the gamelan ensemble, also played with gongs. No, it's the same family. Also the pipat in Thailand. So again, this is usually accompanied by drums. And if you notice how they start, so the girl wearing the blue top, she starts the gandingan. She usually would do an introductory beat of four, and then the drums would enter, and then the main the main kulintang, the one with the many gongs, would enter, and then the guy with a slash, and then the biggest gong would enter last. Let's listen again to that entrance. So the flow of music in the South is always like that. There's an introductory, and then the main instrument would enter, and then the others would follow. I just keep this in mind because we will come across this later, and this would also play a significant part as to the Tigmamanukan. Anyway, so that's the North and South. Now we have an idea what music was before, no, before the Spanish came. Everything was by rote, meaning it was handed down through oral tradition. There is another group of Tongato Ensemble. And here's a sample notation, but the idea of notation came in lately. It's pretty new also. Because again, as I've said, everything was by rote, oral tradition. There were no recordings and everything. So I remember when I was in the university, I was studying the kulintang, the gongs with the several with gongs. No, my professor would always correct me that he would always say that I played a wrong part because yeah, I mean I'm just following the piece, and then of course he knows everything by in his mind, so it always differs in every lesson that we have. So everything was by rote. Anyway, moving on. Now Spain came into the picture. Of course, the introduction of Western instruments, like the guitar and other families. Now let's listen to the development of the music. So yeah, when Spain came, introduction of the Western instruments and also different kinds of form. So what can you say? Can somebody say what was it like when you hear? What were your thoughts when you heard this cariñosa, the music? It totally differed from the bamboo instruments, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of like similar to what? Like I think it has like a dance music already, Now when the Spanish influence came, of course there was a meter, there was form, there were more melodies and harmonies. Quite familiar to similar also to probably Latin American music. But anyway, so this led to the development of music in the country, and of course the birth of different kinds of art forms. And of course, since Spain came, the Christianity was introduced, no? And when we say Christianity, hence the religion played a significant role in the development of music and church music, of course, the formation of choirs. Now, choral music is not in our culture, and it was not in our practice rather. So it was adapted and then incorporated it into our culture. Now that's why we have choral music. Anyway, moving forward, I have here a few samples of what Philippine choral music is. No, just to give you an idea as well. Um, Now here, this piece is entitled Pamugun. It's a hunting song from the southern part of the Philippines. No, so if you remember what I've said earlier with the Kulintang ensemble with the gongs, uh, you'll see how this piece introduces one voice, like as if it's an instrument, and then the other voices would come in slowly. Okay, let's listen to Pamagun. This is performed by my previous choir, the Philippine Madrigal Singers. This was during a competition in Spain. But I just have a question. Can you hear the audio clearly? Is it too loud?
We can hear.
It's okay? Volume is okay. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna play it now. It's kind of soft at the beginning. Anyway, so the idea behind this one is it's a hunting song, no? So the hunter is hunting for a bird. So that's the song behind that. So if you notice, like the tenors and basses sounded like gongs, no? Slowly entering. It's like mimicking the instruments. Anyway, another example here is this song. It's Tangguyub ni Gideon. It's by Uniris Palaruan, another famous composer in the Philippines. It's a story of Gideon from the Bible. No, it is performed by Boss Coral. It's one of the established high school male choirs here. We have really few who can sing really good. But anyway, this was also during a competition here in the Philippines. Let's listen to it. Yeah. Anyway, and last for the samples, this one is Ily Gandangan. It's a song about worshiping the sun. So another pagan ritual stuff. It's sung by the voices of South Children's Choir. It's also from a competition in South Korea. Let's listen to this short clip. Okay, so most of the works that you heard are all compositions based on folk material. No, our folk literature is very rich, and I just wanted to give emphasis on that one because some aren't even heard, and some are just waiting to be, transformed into music and set into music. Well, on my thoughts, whenever I do write some music, as much as possible, I wanted to share my culture. Hence, Tigmamanukan. Of course, As you all know, Tigmamanukan is it's called as the Asian blue fairy bird, no, and it contains an interesting background which can create a story, no, within the piece. And if you don't know that the bird and serpents usually plays a significant role in the Philippine folklore, as it symbolizes and often it's often associated with the heavenly deities. So the bird is usually, the guardians of the heavens, and the serpent guardian of the earth. That's why I chose Tigmamanukan as a song, no, and transform it into a song. Okay, as you already know, it's an omen bird. No, it foretells if something good or bad is going to happen. So here in the Philippines, we have so many um, superstition sayings. I'm not sure if you have those too, but I remember one time, my grandma. So the upper photo to the left, it's written there, masama yan, winawalis mo ang grasya. So that means it's bad if you sweep at night because you sweep the blessings away. And then on the photo below, when you walk and then you come across a black cat, that means bad luck. I'm not sure if it's similar also to your situation. Excuse me.
We also have that one.
Yeah, black cat or means bad luck. Anyway, so the upper right photo, it's a sunny, and then it's raining. It means it's a joke. It's totally bizarre. It means that there are two centaurs getting married if though that thing happens. It's really funny because up to now we tell it to the younger generation. Also, on the last photo, for those who love taking photos, who taking group fees or selfies, avoid, they are saying that avoid taking photos or group fees in threes, because the person at the middle will die first. So it's really bizarre, but you know those are old sayings. Also, that's the same thing with the Tigmamanukan, no? As you all know, um, it's written in the score, no, that during the early days, Filipinos would believe if the bird would fly from left to right, it means the journey will be success. And then if the bird will fly from right to left, other way around, something bad's happening. So, um, and also, I think if someone also sneezes, no, if you come across a Tigmamanukan and someone sneezes, it also shows off a bad omens happening. In other cases, the Tigmamanukan also is believed to be important in Philippine mythology, as as it uh, as it was believed to have pecked the bamboo, which contains the first man and woman of Philippine folklore. So those are just some backgrounds about Tigmamanukan. Okay, as to cutting off the beak, I'm pretty sure you've read about it in the score. It sounds morbid or cruel, but it could not mean literally. But it might be like just holding the bird through the beak, because to avoid being bit by the bird. Okay, excuse me, sorry. Wow, this I'm pardon. I'm actually I have the virus right now, so the it's making me cough like crazy. Anyway,
the same room as you.
Sorry.
We shouldn't be in the same room as you.
But anyway, yeah. Good thing I can't spread the virus through Zoom, so we're all safe. Anyway, moving on. Where am I? Where was I? Yeah, so thoughts about the song. Well, it's the song is pretty straightforward, no? So I conceptualize it like uh I let's divide it into four sections. So the first part here is where it portrays the group of people traveling together. Hence the intro, it's all massive, all together sound. And then yeah, that's the idea. They start traveling, and then on the second part, one person sees sees the bird. That's why, oi, 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 there's a bird. And then yeah, and eventually lures they follow the bird and they get lured into the forest, and then eventually they get tired. Hence the slow part here. So the slides should be whenever you do the slides, it should be like sounding tired, and then the slide down should be like of a sigh, no. And then to add the comedic relief, I'm not sure if it's possible that you can do that one, especially in our situation now because of COVID, no. So the sneezing also, like I've said earlier, symbolizes a double jeopardy. Seeing a Tigmamanukan and then sneezing, it's both bad luck, no. Yeah, so I added that one there. And then eventually they get the bird, they see the bird, and then they start, traveling again, walking, and then asking. And then towards the end, the clap symbolizes like a breaking of the beak, kind of. But it could also symbolize like them setting the bird away. So yeah, that's why it's written somewhere in the piece that as soon as the end, like you act as if seeing the bird from left to right or right to left. Up to you. It really depends on how you want to portray it, and in your theatrical skills. Anyway, as to the music, again, the tig 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 tig. These are all imitations of the instruments that I've showed earlier, and then also the interlocking patterns. Yeah, it does imitate those. And then also on the tig 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 kind of symbolizes also the 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 sound of the galloping horses or the footsteps of the guys traveling together. And yeah, I think that's it for the piece. Yeah, there it goes. And then I hope that through this very brief talk, no, it gave you more understanding about the a very brief understanding of what choral music in the Philippines is. And then of course give you more understanding about the piece also. And I hope you are enjoying singing the song as well while rehearsing it. It's important that you enjoy it because once you enjoy doing or singing a certain song, the natural beauty of the work will just come out, and then it will affect your audience, your listeners, and you will transport them also to what you guys are experiencing when singing the piece itself. Well, to end this very short talk, I'd like to leave you with this last song. It's very short. It takes 2 minutes. No, this is Kaisa-isa Niyan. It's a children's play song in the South also. This is my old choir. That's me over there singing between two guys because I sing alto in the choir back then. It's almost 10 years ago. But anyway, this was during the American Choral Directors Association National Conference in Dallas. So the translation is there. You could just read through it. But anyway, this piece basically shows, the instruments and how the traditional way or style was incorporated into choral music. And then I remember whenever we sing this one, we always enjoy it as we get to towards the end, and we really have fun because there are some stuff that we do towards the end. You'll just see. Anyway, without further ado, so this is Kaisa-isa Niyan by Nilo Alcala. Let's listen to it. Okay, that's it. Any questions so far?
How long did it take you to write the piece?
Oh, probably I can't remember how long that was, but most likely two weeks, more or less.
Oh.
How long have you been composing?
I started composing in 2000, same year as that video, 2013, and then it was just mainly for that choir, and then through the years just happened. I never planned on being a composer, so it just happened basically. But yeah, since 2013 or 12, I think 12.
What's your favorite song that you've composed?
Oh, it's I have composed a few that I liked, I enjoyed, but I don't have a favorite. It's hard to choose because some have different characteristics. Some are very has a special meaning for me too. So I maybe a few I have some, but I don't know what's my favorite. That's a hard question.
Where do you live in the Philippines?
Oh, I'm in Manila, in the capital region, in the city.
Oh, cool.
Have you been here?
No.
No? Have you been to this side of the world?
No. Yes.
Not yet. Who? Really, you've been?
I've been
Oh.
close-ish, India.
Okay, yeah.
That's not that close, but it's closer than most of
It's
the.
closer than America.
It's closer to America, exactly.
Australia is very.
I've been to Australia.
It's quite close actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe you should do a Philippine tour next time. Hopefully after this all COVID is just
Yeah, I've been.
handled.
Oh yeah. Next year's choir tour in the Philippines.
Yeah, next year, our tour of the Philippines. Just like really.
If there's nothing else, Ily, thank you so much for taking some time this evening, this morning, to talk with us. I know that I remember introducing this piece to the group. They really bought into it really, really quickly, and I think we're really excited to bring this piece to life. And we're really excited for you to get to see it once we get it all learned and polished up.
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, I hope really that I gave you some insights on interpretations and background about the piece that could help you, perform it in in a nicer way. But by the way, when are you going to premiere this work?
The plan is to premiere it at the end of March. We're going to have
Okay.
a big concert. We're going to have a big concert because this group is going to much of this group is going to be part of a different concert at Carnegie Hall, not with our own material, but with another group's material. And so later in March, we're going to have a concert in Nashville in a really big venue in Nashville with that material. But then also that will be the premiere concert for this. So the date is March 27.
March 27th. Oh, okay. I'm gonna book a flight now and make sure to be there on the premiere. That would be awesome to hear. How many are you singing it?
There should be
How many in the group?
there should be about 20.
Oh, that's a good number. Yeah. Awesome.
Well, does anyone have anything else you'd like to?
Thank you.
Mr. Maniano,
Thank you
so
so
much.
Thank you also. It's nice to share some thoughts with all of you.
I will go ahead and end the Zoom call.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.